And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Kirsten Dunst film, Civil War. Now, I finally got to go see this movie. Civil War tells the story of a young journalist played by Kirsten Dunst, who you guys might remember, from the Jumanji film, the original Jumanji, obviously, Spider-Man. So Kirsten Dunst, she's been around, but not done too much. But I was glad that she came back and did this film. Okay, so we have this movie, and we get to see, she's a journalist who's, in the middle of she wants to go to Washington, D.C. There's been a big kind of war between California and Texas. They want to do battle. They're going head to head, war, helicopters, military. They're going head to head. They're literally declaring World War III in America, literally in America. So she wants to go to the White House and capture the footage there because they might be going over there because something will happen with the president and other political things. Okay, so there's the gist of what this story is about. But when we get to see this movie, it's not about the Democrats versus the Republicans. It's more about people versus people and different beliefs of what the country's becoming at this point. And when you get to see through these journalists' eyes, the horror, the suffering that people have to go through, seeing a lot of people turning on their fellow man and turning on their neighbors and all this and that, it gets kind of scary. And this whole movie is basically just the journalists going on a road trip, literally going to the White House or Washington D.C. and trying to cover the I guess the aftermath and the war as it goes on. All right, so now you got that picture in your head. This movie was okay. I thought this movie was just okay because I really wanted some other stuff to happen in this film. I didn't want it to be like, oh yeah, I was born here and you weren't born in this country, but you came here legally. Yeah, we're enemies now. I didn't want to see that. I wanted to see like, okay, why are these two states going after each other? And why? Yeah, because they kind of briefly mentioned it, but they really didn't get into deep dive into it of why these states are going after each other and why they're blaming obviously the government for doing it and why the government's been separated and why they are particularly attacking, because in the trailer they're attacking the White House and they're attacking Washington D.C. First of all, there's a lot of loopholes in this that I felt like, okay, that would not work, because if that actually happened, first of all, the president, if there was an attack near the White House or anywhere near Washington, the president would be out of there in 5 seconds before you could even say hi to the president. So there's that. Regardless of who you vote for or whatever, that's the main thing. The government, regardless if it's the government attacking themselves, the president is like number one person to get the hell out of there, dodge easily. They'll sacrifice his own family before they'll let anything happen to the president. So there's that, especially his allies. Anyway, so there's some loopholes there. There's some moments in here I'm like, what exactly is Kirsten Dunst's role in this movie besides being a photojournalist? Because, you really don't get details about her. You get like, okay, yeah, she's a journalist. She's seen things. But I kind of wish they would have given... There's some moments in here, I don't want to spoil it, where she kind of gets... How can I say it? Shaky. A little bit shaky. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So why not tell us more about that? No, it just happened in the moment. I'm like, okay. But then there's other characters in here. There's this young girl who kind of accompanies, travels with Kirsten's character. And she kind of follows her. It's kind of like a mentor figure for her. And she's young. She's a young journalist. She's a young photojournalist. And you see her in this movie, this young girl, like literally in the action, taking the pictures, while Kirsten Dunst is doing the same thing, but she's doing it from, like, I guess, a safe distance. And I'm thinking to myself, watching this movie, is like, then why not give us like a backstory of like, oh, she's seen war, it messed up with her head, but she still has to go do it, but she's kind of like shaky. Give us something like that about her character. It wasn't anything with Kristen Dunst's character that I'm like, what's the point of her character in this film? The other girl had more character development than Kirsten because she was in it, and then she just shows up. It's like, yeah, I'm a big fan. I want to follow into your footsteps. I read everything I've seen every picture you've ever taken. I want to be just like you. And she was like literally in the battle, seeing all this happen while taking pictures. Yeah, she was a little scared too, obviously, but she was still doing her job and taking pictures. While Kirsten was in the back doing the same thing, but from a safer distance, which was like, okay. Okay, I'm not saying that this wasn't like a bad, character development choice. I'm just saying it's like, give us a little bit more with her character. I guess, it was just, yeah, she's a journalist. She had to take pictures. Okay, why? Well, why so important? Yeah, I get it. The news has to cover this stuff because it's a big situation. You covering it, but, what's her purpose of going there? You could have got anybody to do this. Any other character, the young girl who was following, Kirsten's character throughout the whole movie, and she was great. She had more purpose. She wanted to be in the action. She wanted to see it. She wanted to see Kirsten do her thing because she idolized her, and then do the same thing, but try to do a good job too. And she was doing a better job than Kirsten ever did in this movie. So. And then her partner, Kirsten's partner in this movie, was completely a waste. He was just there for jokes. I'm like, no. And then the other guy, the African-American actor, he was fine. Okay, he was a little older, but yeah, I understand his character's purpose. So yeah, there's that. But other than that, I thought this movie was just okay. And then the ending of this movie is like, really? That was the big climax. You wanted them to go to DC for a certain thing, and then that's it. Okay, fine. I don't think that would happen in real life, but okay. You wanted to do that, but that was the main thing for it. Okay, fine, whatever. Overall, movie was all right. Not my cup of thing. A lot of talking, a lot of that going on without narrative purpose, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I still thought it was okay. If you want to go check this movie out, if you've seen it, you think it's awesome. If you think that, like me, and this movie's like, it was alright, cool. No judgment here. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about Civil War. Are you guys fans of it? Not fans of it? And, let me know what you guys thought. Oh, by the way, before I forget, the one thing in this movie that actually worked, that I thought that was kind of cool, but it was just there because it was there. It was in the trailer when you get the actor who goes, "Oh, what kind of American are you?" That part was great. It gave me kind of chills and like creepy vibes to it. So that was a good scene. Other than that, pretty much that was only the good part of the whole movie, in my opinion. But overall, I thought the movie was just alright. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.